Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Raw Recovery, the community. Today, I have my guest, Michael, who also goes by Clap. He's going to share a little bit about his story, what recovery looked like for him, and what he's, in fact, recovering from. So before we get started, I'm just going to let him share a little bit about himself. Clap, take the floor.
Hello, family. Raw Recovery family.
Right.
I'm one of your newest members. I'm a family, and I just want to give y'all an idea about what's going on and what this podcast is actually about. Well, my name is Michael Drayton, a.k.a. Mr. Clap. And Raw Recovery for me is addiction to money, to power, living fast, being irresponsible, being loose, being able to do unimaginary things that you just do as a child or as a not mature adult. During the particular times, you tend to have a fascination with everything you see. And I think, directly and indirectly, your environment is a part of that.
Yeah.
So as far as addiction goes, I'm going to say everything. I'm recovering from everything.
Respect. All right, bro. Let's get right into it. What is the truth about the lifestyle that you were living? You said you were living a fast lifestyle. Give us a little bit about that. What does a fast lifestyle look like, and what is it that people don't understand about being addicted actually to money?
Okay. A fast life or fast lifestyle is when you're able to do what you want, you don't have to be responsible, you constantly having fun, you're doing things that you think you would like to do. You meeting people, you go to different places. You don't have to really be responsible, I should say. And you don't have to answer to nobody. It's like you your own leader, your own boss, whatever have you. And the thing about it is just being able to live free, to be honest.
I want you to hold that because I got a question about freedom. So I want to talk to you about what freedom even means to you, but not just yet. We're going to get to that in a minute. For a person who's listening in, you mentioned earlier that you were addicted to money. What do you want to say to a person who is actually addicted to money or thinks it's glamorous to have a fast lifestyle, to want to chase money in that way?
I would say to a person who's addicted to money to really understand what addiction is. Most people think addiction is about drugs or controlled substance or drinking or something that alters your body. But money is probably worse. People do so many different things for money.
Right.
Strange things, all type of things. And when you're addicted to money, you will go to a lot of extremes. And I feel that if you don't know that, you'll be off the hinge quick. Willing to, destroy other people, take away from other people, hurt other people. It goes far. It goes far. Very, very far.
Let's talk about it. Where has it taken you?
Prison, the feds, locked up in different states, doing, multiple bids, being away from my family, not being able to be there with the one person who held me, who raised me, and constantly being in trouble, constantly going through what I'm going through now, have to listen to somebody else, have to report to a PO, have to report, take urinalysis. They managing my life, micromanaging me. There's so many different things with that.
Respect. And I can relate with my run-ins with the law, being mandated to do programs and take urine tests. It's very degrading. So I understand everything that you're going through right now. What is it that led you to incarceration? What are your most recent charges? Or what are some of the legals that you dealt with previously?
Well, I don't have the most recent, but the last cases I had was all bank robbery, armed bank robbery, bank larceny.
Wow. And what sentence did you get for that?
Well, I had 272 months, which for somehow in the feds is different. Like you can catch like it's hard to. I would like to say the term duplicious. I would want to say.
Okay.
Like if you have multiple cases that's similar, they break them down into subsections and subtypes, and they add more different, and they give you a whole roundabout time. They make you cop out to this, cop out to that, and they give you like some type of plea agreement deal, or if you could come up with a plea agreement deal without doing anything wild, I should say.
Okay. And this last time in total, how much time did you say you did before you came home?
I did 20 years.
Oh my God.
In the feds. I went in 2004, and I came out April 4th, 2024.
What was it like getting that sentenced? What was that feeling like?
Can I be honest?
Please.
To stand in front of the whole courtroom and to be humiliated like that by a judge, I wasn't there with my peers. So, it's, of course, a different color. Judges, DA,
right.
The bailiffs, everybody that's in there, they was basically white.
Yeah.
And it was kind of intimidating because when they saying the things that they saying about you, you have like the DA, you have the prosecutor knowing a lot about things that you did. And they speak about it and they make you look like an animal. I felt crazy when they was talking. I was like, wow, I did all that. I didn't even know I did some of the stuff that they said I did.
Wow. Right.
And man, yeah, I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie, but I was cool. I was able to handle it.
Right. Respect. And while you were in there, what were some of the things running through your mind? Like, what did you want to work on? 20 years is a long time.
Yeah.
Did you go in there just saying, I'm gonna stay to myself, or I'm gonna get into, like, I know there's a lot of programs in prison, like, and if you did tap into a program, what time frame, like how many years were you in there where you was like, I might as well do something instead of letting the time pass? How was it for you in there?
Okay, so when I first got in the federal system, it was wild, it was chaotic because the way they do things, it's hard to really program, being that it's constant violence. I was in a level 7 USP called Big Sandy, one of the worst. So if you're lucky to be out time to time again, then you can take programs, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be in the program too long.
Wow.
We stayed on lockdown every other month, so it was a high violence. High. And so I did do programs, but it wasn't too many.
Right. Going in and being in there, were there moments of fear?
No.
Respect?
Because I'm used to doing prison time. I just wasn't used to doing in federal. In the feds, there's a conglomerate of everybody. Different countries, terrorists, pirates. So you meet so many different people. I'm used to being in different states, and it's kind of the same thing, but in the federal, you have groups from everywhere.
Yeah.
Every geographical location you can think of, and everybody is like grouped together. And so being from New York, I caught my case in Charlotte, but there was a New York car there when I got there, and I got to interact with the New York dudes and Jersey, DC, Philly, of course. And it was a learning experience. I learned a lot.
All right, brother, let's take it back just a little bit. We know about you getting incarcerated, and even the reason why you were incarcerated, the love of money. But the love of money drove you to so far as to robbing banks. So let's start with that. When did you first rob a bank? How many banks have you robbed? And how does a person just wake up and say, I think I'm gonna rob a bank today? Or maybe it's not like that. Were you planning? Was you doing some casing of the banks, checking the cameras, seeing when the police is around? Like, how does that? And for 5 banks, break it down for us.
I didn't just wake up one day and say I was going to rob a bank. This came about while I was doing time for a common law robbery and I was inside North Carolina State Prison. And I used to walk the yard every day. And while I walked the yard, I used to say to myself, basically I manifested. I had to say to myself, if things go bad when I get out, if things don't work out the way I wanted to work out, I'm going to rob a bank.
Okay.
So every day I did this for 19 months.
Wow.
When I got home, my PO, we was having a lot of difficulties, disagreement in what I should do, what I'm going to do. And one particular day, I had my mind made up. I was like, damn, you know what? I think today, that day. From that moment, I started doing little different things. I didn't really scope nothing out because I knew about prior to me getting locked up, let me say this. I used to work for a security company called Premier Security Company in Charlotte. And I worked for another one called, I want to say Ally, but I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was Ally. I worked 3 of them. Another one called Wagon Hut, like something like that. So wherever they're stationed you anyway. And so that's where the idea actually started from, because I used to work in the actual bank.
Oh, so you was a security guard in the bank.
Yeah.
But time to keep looking around.
Yeah. I was
set it off.
Yeah. Okay. That's how. So that's where the idea actually started from. Because, like I said, when I was doing security, being a security guard, I used to be there all the time. I like to see different things, and I was like, wow.
You got me on the edge of my seat right now.
It was a lot of things going on in it that just intrigued me. And I thought, like, to myself, like, maybe one day, man. But I like to test myself. I'm a Leo, so.
All right, so you working at the bank, and you robbed the actual bank you were working at?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that. But what was it like that first time you got away with it? So you were ready for the second time. Okay. How did that go?
So the very first bank we did, or I did, it was adrenaline rush. It was something more or less, and it wasn't even planned. I just, in the spirit of the moment, I was walking by, like the bank, the way it's set up is facing multi-lanes, and it's like in the cut. And so, riding by, and I decided to pull over. When I pulled over, I was actually going to the car wash to meet someone. In the process of that, I don't know why I just, like, the bank just caught my attention. And as it caught my attention, I looked and I'm like, wow, there's no security guard. Because that's how my mind worked fast. So I'm telling myself, there's no security guard. No, it's 3 entrances. So I see all the entrances. I'm like, wow, no security. I'm trying. I go down the block. I come back, walking. As I'm walking, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, is you going to do it? Is you going to do it? You're going to do it. I go in there, hop the counter, and I just took the first thing I seen. And the reason why, because in the midst of me, as soon as I hopped the counter, there was like a cash cow. So the cash cow is here, you got a whole bunch of money sitting on the counter. But when I'm grabbing the money, a police car for some reason, I can spot, I see the police car from like maybe a couple of blocks, and it looked like to me that they's coming in. I'm like, wow. So I just grabbed the little bit I got, and I left.
Copy. All right, that's on the go.
Yeah.
The second time was planned?
Yeah and no.
Okay.
So the second time, right, it was a little bit different. The reason why it was a little bit different because this particular area, I actually worked there. Well, I worked at the bank across the street from it. Let me say that. And this bank was a Wachovia Bank. The bank across the street was Bank of America, and the other bank, like it's like 4 banks in the vicinity. I'm trying to think what the other 2 was. One was like an MCU, a credit union, and there was another one. I'm not exactly sure what it was. And I felt like I can take it that day. And that's what was going through my mind. So I did everything I had to go do as far as go get the things that I need, get the equipment that I was going to use. And basically, I went forward.
Whenever, for the first two, I'm not hearing anything like, did you use a gun? The first one you were just in and out. The second one, like.
In and out too. No gun yet. No gun yet.
Now we're pushing the third one. What's happening with the third one?
In the third one, I guess I can say this happened around. It was kind of cold. And I had a situation going on with some money. A lot of things wasn't going the way I want. Couldn't keep a steady job. And in this particular area, I actually work at the bank.
Oh, shit.
So, when I worked at this bank, I knew that like at a certain time, back in 2004, at 9 o'clock, from 9 o'clock to 9:05, there's cops going to patrol every bank in the world. Okay. For like 5 minutes, they're going to ride around three to four times. And so being that I knew that, my goal was like, okay, I'm going to let them do what they do. Once they do what they do, I'm going to go up in here. When I go up in there, this particular bank, it had 15 tellers, maybe 12 tellers, but it was almost like a AAA bank. I had a Beretta. I had a Beretta. I had a 40, and I had a small, like a P90, 7 shots. Bag, dreads, gold teeth. I took my time. I waited for everything. I waited for them to go around the perimeter. They did the perimeter 3 times. Mind you, the bank is big, and there's people everywhere. I got somebody waiting for me, and we are moving around. The way we moving around is like, if I'm here, where you came and met me at, that's where the person is at waiting for me. And so, at about maybe 10 o'clock, I went in there, opened the door. I walked in the bank, slowly taking my time. I'm noticing it's a lot of people, a lot of people. I was gonna whip the gun out, but I seen some kids. I was like, damn. So I put the gun back, but when you can see it, I had my jacket is covering it, but you can see it. So, got to the teller. I told her, I was like, let me get that money. And I gave it a bag. So, she was hesitant first. She was like, she looked at me. I'm like, the money.
Oh, shit.
Press the time because I see people moving around. People moving around. I'm like, damn, why it's like she's stalling me for real. So what she did was, the cash cow, it was not all the way out. It was by the door, like on the slant. She went to the cash cow. She grabbed some of the money, right? Took some of the money from like a bottom, like slab. So on the bottom slab where she was at, there's like little buttons at the bottom of it.
Waiting to hear that. Yeah.
Little buttons. So there's another countertop full of money, but it's dye money. Let me say that. It's the dye money. And she mixed the joint in there. I would like to tell you that I came out the bank with the money, but I didn't.
No, shit.
I didn't. Once I said I do what she did, I just turned around and I left.
Okay.
And so when I got out there, I was like, wow. That's what made me have to want to go and do some more.
Got you. So the third one didn't go as well because you peeped.
Yeah.
So you went out empty-handed, so you got to run it back. Now, on the fourth one, what's happening on the fourth one?
Okay. So the fourth one, what's that? Was it around the same time? The fourth one, okay. The fourth one was sometime in November. I remember I wanted to go to R. Kelly and Jay-Z Best of Both Worlds.
I remember that tour.
So I wanted to get some things, but I also wanted to get, conglomerated money so I can take my time and I don't got to do this no more. So some people with me, not going to say no names for whatever reason. We ride around. We got a particular bank we going to go to. So we went across town, other side of town. We get to the other side of town and we looking around like, Dad, which one y'all think? I don't know which one you think. Riding around. I'm like, oh, okay, I see a bank right there, and it's by the highway. So, we get in, we can get out. So, I told him, just pull up to the bank. I had him pull straight into the bank. I jumped out, went in there, whipped the pistol out. There was money right behind, we could see it, grabbed the money. As I was getting the money, I don't know how this worked. Ironically, it worked just like this. I looked up and probably would have been like the police was right there. Hopped out, got out, got in the car. We drove. I laid down and we just drove off.
Respect. By the edge of the seat I am. I'm on the edge of my seat listening to every story. All right, so the fourth one went as planned. You got away, right? You got your money, you got away. Was the money good this time?
Yeah, but it was only like 20 bands.
A piece?
No.
Oh, okay. So you got to split up 20 bands.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
And it was 5 of us.
Oh, yeah. All right. So it's a nice amount, but you got to split it up. Cool. So that brings us to the fifth one because it didn't get you really where you needed to be, that cushion, right? Let me ask you this. Before we get to the fifth one, you said you wanted to get a nice amount to have you good. But do you think you would have ever really been good?
No.
It would have never been enough, right?
No, it would have never been
Especially
enough.
if you keep getting away with it.
Yeah.
Right?
I wanted to say something about that too. Like, when you said addiction, that part was addictive. Just being able to be like, damn, you wild enough to do some shit like this.
I can only imagine.
And excuse my French, while we doing what we doing, but it was really, really exciting. You got to think about this. Most people will have a hard time just running inside a bank knowing the money's there. A chance the police may come, a chance that people might...
My heart is racing right now.
Yeah, people might want to be a hero. You might got security guard in there. It's a lot of things that can go wrong. And so at that moment, you're not really thinking about it because I'm not going to even lie. I didn't even think about a lot of that stuff. I just was like, man, I'm going in there.
See, that's why I'm asking you with the planning. You didn't. Yeah. You really didn't.
No, I wasn't really planning. It just was like...
Because some people will psych themselves out while you're planning. If you're thinking of everything, like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. Like, like you said, somebody might try to be a hero. Yeah, so what about the times when you did think about, how did you just like, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway? How did you push that to the side? Because it's like an addict. We know that this drug is going to kill us, but I'm still going to do this shit.
For me, once I do something, I get away with it. Pretty much, this is what I'm going to be doing.
It's a wrap.
This is what I'm going to try to continue to keep doing. And I don't really have a fear of like, because I'm the type of person that whatever I do, I can handle if it go wrong or it go right.
Respect.
So I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to think nothing about it. If I say, all right, look, or if me and you just say, perhaps me and you was talking about it, and you're like, no, but this is the good, this is the bad. I'm like, listen. You don't have to worry about nothing. If everything go wrong, I'm going to take the charge, which I actually told, a couple of people at different times. If don't worry about nothing. Anything go wrong, I'm going to take it all. I'm going to take it all because I'm already messed up anyway because I'm going back to jail anyway. So you don't got to worry about that.
Respect. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Like, that pieced it together because you on robbery number 5 because you said if you got a nice amount of money you would chill, but it wasn't enough, So how did we get to number 5?
Okay, so number 5, me and a couple of my guys. This is around Christmas time. December, which December 15th, 2004 is when I got locked up. But December is like a bad time for me. December 14th, 2002, I got locked up.
Oh, shit.
I came out, I want to say June 4th or August 4th. I'm going to say June 4th. I came home of 2004. So this particular day, the one that I'm dealing with, my girlfriend, whatever, she was on high alert. She's bothering me about many different things. Like, why don't you just do it? I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I already got something in mind.
Right.
My guys then approached me. We talked about some things. And I told them, yo, y'all just got to come get me at the right time. If y'all come get me at the right time, we're going to plan. We're going to break this down. And then we're going to get to the tomorrow. So probably like 2 a.m, they come get me. I take them 5 different ways to get away from the bank, because where the bank at is sweet. Highways everywhere, streets everywhere. There's like several different getaways, back roads and everything. Nobody's gonna see you. All you gotta just do what I tell you to do.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go through that, we go 5 ways one way, we go 5 ways another way. In the midst of doing that, I got some clothes in the bag. I got sweater, pants, Game Boy. I got 2 sodas. I got my phone. I got chips and a puzzle book.
This is a getaway bag?
Yeah, this is because what's gonna happen is this. All right, directly in front of this bank, if you walk up the block, there's a complex. I used to live in the complex. So I know the bank and I know the area very well. This is why I took them over there. Mm-hmm. Well, we had a discussion about it, and it was like, if you know it and you feel like you can make it and we can get away, everything, then it's the one. So I'm like, yeah, and it's a big bank, which is how I got the federal job. Mm-hmm. It's a AAA bank.
Okay.
And directly when you go up the block, you have, like, if you walk up the block and come out the bank, you go up the block. There's a housing complex. You know, in North Carolina, their complexes is different. Like, they might got one here, one connected to the next, and one connected to the next one, and one connected to the next one. That's exactly how it was. So I took them over there. We drove around there. We watched everything. We looked at everything, and I showed them once. We showed them how they're going to escape, where they're going to drop me off at, where I'm going to go. We took the bag over there. Mm-hmm. Left the bag so in the nighttime. So in the morning time when we get there, all I got to do is do what I got to do, and I'm going to make it there. Change my clothes if anything go on. So once we talk about all that, we drive around, we drop the clothes off. I told them, I need you to come get me at 6 a.m. If you come get me at 6 a.m, everything gonna work out. Well, it didn't come at 6 a.m. Mm-hmm. So everything started. Wow. They came at 10. Come got me at 10.
6, and you told them to get there at 6, but they didn't get there till 10. That's already starting off.
Yeah,
right?
It started real bad. So then they talking about they didn't want to go. They changed their mind. They had to change their heart. So I'm like, nah, we not doing this. Because we talked about this last night. And prior to this, I had something else lined up. But I'm not going to lie, I was kind of straight because I had other stuff going on that I was, doing by myself. Right. So I'm telling them, like, look, I can look out for y'all. I know y'all want to do what y'all want to do. And they kept saying, no, this and the third. So I was like, okay, no problem. We're going to do this then. So that's how everything came about. Now they come 10 o'clock and now they don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of in my feelings about it. I told one of the people, I said, I whipped out the pistol and I showed him the pistol. I'm like, look, man, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to get in the car. You're going to drive. I'm going to sit behind you. He was like, but man, we're not doing that. You're going to get in the car. Mm-hmm. You're going to be the passenger. I'm going to take y'all, get something to eat. You drove to McDonald's. We arguing back and forth. I'm like, look, that's dead. We're going to do this because y'all, it was y'all idea. Y'all asked me for, I told y'all I'm ready. If y'all would have came at 6, we would have this problem. Mm-hmm. We're like, why you need us to come at 6? Then you come at 6. You pick me up at 7, right? We go down there, we get down there by 7:30. The manager comes at, back then, this is 2004 I'm talking about, comes anywhere from 8:15 to 8:30. So at 8:15 to 8:30, that's 15 minutes we got. Nobody's going to be around. Nobody's going to see anything. I'm going to go in with her. That's the manager.
Right.
So I got enough time to get the money, come out, and when I come out, nobody's dead.
Right.
We can make our escape. They didn't listen, so they come at 10. So now we're at McDonald's. We order our food and all that. And I'm just telling them, like, look, man, we're going to do this. I don't want to hear nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all your idea. Let's go. So we going back and forth. So I'm like, you know what? Hey, just drop me off. I forget to buy my water. I used to buy water sometimes because they got gas packs that like it be in the money and it look like a pin. It clips inside the money. And when it goes by temperature, when it, like if it's real, real hot, whatever, you come out and it explodes. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, man, just drop me off. So just say we here. And we'll be a close block that's close to here. Or maybe 10 blocks away, an avenue to here. Because I don't really know Brooklyn like that.
What's close over here, Josh? Morgan Street.
How far is that? Is it like 10 blocks, 8 blocks?
Oh, yeah. I know Montrose. That's far. Yeah.
Okay, so just say I was here. And they dropped me off at Montrose. I'm going to walk to the bank. I walk to the bank. That's actually what I did. I walked to the bank by myself. Now, mind you, I got on a suit jacket. I got on glasses. I got my Jamaican dreads. I got some gold fronts in my mouth. And I kind of got paper in my mouth because my accent was fresh at the time. And I didn't want them to be able to recognize because they look for distinctive things.
Yeah.
I got another bag. I got it across my shoulder. I got a bunch of bags in here. Got my glasses on. Got my checkbook. So I walk. I get to the AAA. When I get to the AAA, man, it is huge. Mm-hmm. So I'm standing in front of the jury. I'm like, dang. I kind of wanted to turn around, but I'm like, man, I got to do it. So I walked in. There's lines everywhere. I got a 40 Smith & Wesson, right? I get in. I'm looking around. There's many tellers. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to take my time. So I just take my time. So now I got my hand on my side because I'm about to whip the joint. But it's like a lady over here with kids. And, they're not really paying me no mind. But at the same time, the kids is moving around. I'm like, wow, man, I can't do that. Somebody might. This is all the things that's going through my head.
Yeah.
So I like, forget it. I ain't going to use that. So I cover my coat belt, my jacket back. And I just got the gun set right there. So I take my time. I'm just waiting. It's a lot of people I'm waiting. And while I'm doing that, I'm writing on the check. Mm-hmm. Give me the money. Don't make this hard than it have to be. Mm-hmm. Because I can't remember exactly what I said, but I know I said, give me the money. Don't make this harder than it have to be. And it's FDIC insured. It is not yours.
Come on now. Because it could come take us, you got it.
Yeah.
Fight, no money.
Boom. Good talks. Waiting. Making it around. So when I get to the lady, so tall. She's probably like 6'3". So I give it to her. She looked at the joint. She looked at the check, actually. She looked up at me. I looked at her. She looked at the check. And she smiled. I'm like, I took the bags off. Mm-hmm. They were all about, it's like 5 bags.
She said she smiled?
Yeah, she smiled at me. I threw the bags. So I said, like, I wasn't loud because I didn't want everybody to be smooth. So I'm like, grab a cigarette. Mm-hmm. All the money. Yeah, this is how I'm talking to her. But I'm basically like, I'm kind of like, it's not really sign language, but it's just enough for she can understand what I'm saying.
She understands what you're saying. So, trust me.
I'm talking to her, and I'm coaching. I'm like, look, money right. I'll get it. Mm-hmm. Money on top. So I'm telling her, give me the money on top. Mm-hmm. I say, hit that cash cow. I want all of it. So she taking her time. She getting the money. So I'm just standing there, like looking at her. So I see her, and I'm telling her, like she get close to like another employer. Mm-hmm. But she was like, I don't know if she was trying to give her a hint, right? So when she got close to her, I was like,
Don't do that.
Come over here.
Don't do that.
So now she, grab it. It's other bags, like a bowling ball bag. You can see the mark, like money everywhere. Whole bunch of from like all over. So she taking her time. And for some reason, the door opened. Like I hear the door open. And it make a noise like it was a chain on the door, like, so I look. In my mind, I'm like, damn, she got me. She stuffed the die in the money. So I'm like, damn, man. That I was worried about because I could see reflection and it looked like it was a cop. It is a lady and I see like chain. It could have been a chain. But I'm so paranoid, I'm doing somebody wouldn't be doing it. So I'm looking, I'm like that. In that split second she hit me, I knew she did. I'm like, damn. But I'm leaving with this money. I came for this money. I'm not going without it. So when the door, because I looked for like, I'm gonna say probably maybe 3 seconds. I'm looking, damn. Same exact, because I've been doing this for a long time. I'm like, damn. Exactly like the same thing. I'm doing like this, like, oh man. Yo, this is crazy. She come back, she's smiling now, and I see her talking with the lady. I'm like, yo, man, hurry up.
Right.
Don't make my people come in because they will come in here.
Right.
Now I'm using my voice, my inside voice. I'm like, yo, come on. Hurry up. So she give me the bags. It's like 5 bags. It's one big bag that come over.
Oh my God.
It's like 3 pillowcase bags. It's another little bag, like a Nautica bag. Because little Nautica bag is, right?
I thought you said Nautica bag.
Yeah, Nautica bag. Then it's another, I forgot what kind. It was like a name brand bag, some kind of G-string bag. But anyway, she give me the money. So I got all the bags in my hand. I got the one bag across, right? So I'm like, dang. Heart beating. I'm like, wow. Oh, what the? So I go. I get to the door. There's cars. Everything moving fast. Everything is going fast. Because this is like, now it's probably like 11 something in the morning. Busy day. I think it was like probably a Thursday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. So I get out the door. As soon as I get out the door, a car stopped in front of me. So I stop like, oh. So I'm like, damn, my heart beating because I don't know who it is. Cars, everything going by. And then the car backs back, and then goes forward.
Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Oh, shit. Like, I don't know.
Right.
I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm in the midst of that, I hear something go, boom. Like, boom, and make a funny noise. So it's people looking at me. I'm walking, I'm going slow. I don't really know what's going on right now. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? I swear. And the die went hard. So the main bag, right? It's on my whole, the way it was faced this way because this part of my pants was burnt up. It's not really burnt, but the dye's on my pants. So I'm seeing a red dye, like, I ain't panic. It's an alley, a long alleyway or like a streetway, you could say. And if you go down, it was a dentist, Vivid. This is exactly what it was, a dentist, insurance place, pet place, they sell pets, a barber shop, mailbox, and a place like Progressive.
Yeah.
So, but it kind of sit up on the hill. The mailbox it's slanted. You can go down there, it's split. It's a parking lot. You go up here, this is where I lived at. So, I walk calmly. I walk to the mailbox. I start dumping some of the money out. I'm dumping the money out. It's still smoke everywhere.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
Like, oh, man. So I just literally, whenever I couldn't, I dumped it out. I still got all the other bags. It was like still a whole lot of money left in there. I take it, I walk, come out, walk up the street. I'm walking up the street. When I get to the fence, I look, I jump over the hill, go over the fence, I go in the back, I go all the way to the back. It's a pathway where you can go to the store, but you can also go to different complexes. So I'm sitting right there for a minute. I'm like, damn. I get my bag, take off my stuff, take the dreads off, take the teeth out my mouth, take the paper in my mouth. I got a blue yellow sweater. It was a Mecca, some shit like that. I put that on. put my shirt on. I never changed my pants. Took my shoes off. Did I change my shoes? No, I had some ACG boots because I remember her saying something about the rap. I'm drinking my soda. I'm sitting there with the money. I'm like, damn, I got all this money. I'm looking at the money. So basically, I had the money now. So where I'm at, nobody can see me unless you come back here going to the store. Nobody's gonna know where I'm at. So I'm sitting in this cut, but I'm panicking because I keep hearing the police siren.
Yeah.
They everywhere. I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? All I gotta do is stay there. I'm panicking. I'm like, man, I gotta get up. I come out. I get up. So the complex where I lived at, everybody was from New York, Jersey, somewhere like that. I'm going to everybody's house. Nobody's home. People who cut school, nobody's home. I'm like, ain't this something? I called 2 strippers I know. Yo, where you at? She's like, yo, I'm far away. I'm like, yo, you still got your key under the mat? She was like, nah, Shayna got it. I'm like, oh, man, how far is she? Oh, she at work. Where? I'm like, wow.
Everything fucking.
Yeah, everything was just bad. I'm like, wow. Okay, so I'm still in the complex. I'm like, I'm gonna try something. So I walk to my complex, to the back of it, go down this hill, go to another hill, and I'm in the back of another complex. So I'm moving around. Nobody can see me. Nobody knows what's going on. But I hear the sirens everywhere. I can see the police on the outside, but they can't see me.
Right.
I go to this one girl house I know. Knocked on the door. She ain't come to the door. I'm like, hell, I walk 15 minutes to another complex, into the complex, and I see the girl I used to mess with. I'm like, yo, Black. She coming out. When I walk up, she coming out. I'm like, yo, Black, I need you. She's like, no, I can't do my boyfriend. I'm like, damn. When I heard that, it stopped me in my tracks because he violent. So I'm worried about what she said. So I'm like, damn. But I'm like, yo, you sure? She's like, no, he gonna punch me. I'm like, oh,
shit. Got you.
So I'm like, dang. I turn back around. I'm walking. I'm like, damn, man, I gotta find someone. There's a white lady and her son. So I sit around. I'm like, yeah, ma'am. You trying to make a few dollars? She's like, nah. I'm like, yo, ma'am. I'm like, all right. So I walk back down here. 2 hours probably go past in the midst of me doing
Right.
I walk to my little man house. I walk, man, and nobody know nothing. So finally, I'm like, wow, man, this is unbelievable. Can't believe this happened. So now I go back. I'm on my way walking back up to where the money at. I sit there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go to the other side. I'm probably all right. So take my cigarette out. I walk back down. I walk to the creek. Walk to the pump. Past the creek. When I get to the other side, you're on the main road. I never forget. As soon as I come out, the car, in my heart, I felt like he seen me. And he knew it was up because they already cruising, going slow. As soon as I came out, we made eye contact. I don't even know how that worked. I stepped out, and then my whole body out, and they coming down, and I seen them like, oh, so I'm smoking a cigarette now. I'm like, oh, he's seeing me. But I'm trying not to look, but I know he's seeing me. So now, being that I know he's seeing me, he stepped on the gas. So I started running.
Oh, shit.
So I get to the other side of the street. When I get to the other side of the street, there's like, they got little open patios, and then they got the screen door, whatever. There's a bunch of little apartments. So I get to the first one, and when I get there, there's a lady. She in the next. Let me go back. Let me rewind. I get to the first one. There's a dude. He got his back turned. While he got his back turned, I don't know what he's doing. But I step over he got like the little thing. I stepped over the little thing, and when I get to the thing, he turns around. I need to talk to you. Look. Son, turns around and he would get out of here. But I see why, because he got coke there.
Oh, shit.
He doing his thing. Like, he doing something. I'm like, yeah. He like, nah, dude. I'm like, yo, I just think you guys went out of here. So I stepped over his joint and went to a lady joint. As soon as I get in the joint, I'm trying to lay down, but she see me. She's spooked. I'm like, yo, look, ma'am. She got on a necklace. It's a white lady. I'm like, yo, ma'am, please open up. She's like, man, if you don't get, I'm going to call the cops. Saying that, I'm like, yo, man, listen. The cars is coming now. I'm like, oh, I'm close. So I just say, forget it. I jump, go, and I go inside the complex, and I go upstairs to one of the doors, and I just sit there. And this is how fast my mind is working because they all over. Mm-hmm. So while I'm sitting there, I keep going to the rail looking. I'm looking to make sure, see what's going on. So.
And at this time, the money is still hidden.
Yeah, the money is still in the spot. Still in the spot. So now, the cops, they're walking around, right? So I hear like some footsteps. Women's shoes on. You can hear them getting closer. So the woman, I guess she talking to them, she's like, well, I don't know where he can be at, but he can't be far. There's only but so many places you can go. And before we got here, or before y'all got here, you saw him. So that means he's in the area. He's somewhere here. He didn't get far, trust me. She was like, just what I want y'all to do. Just go to all of them, go check. Make sure you go so I'm sitting there. I'm sitting at the door, sitting on the rug, down on my pants, but I don't know none of this shit. I'm just sitting there.
Still don't even know the dials on your pants?
No, I don't even know. So boom, the cops come up, they come up the stairs, it's like 3 or 4 reds or whatever. They get to like, maybe, I'm gonna just say the third one. I lay there. They come and then they look and they go back down. They don't come all the way up. So she go, do what she doing. The footsteps come back. I hear her talking. She was like, so y'all don't know where he at? Nobody know where he's at? Nobody seen him. She like, he can only be so many places. Well, I'm gonna go check. She walked. I'm like, damn, I might be good. So I'm sitting here. She come back, I hear the footsteps. You can hear her shoes. I'm like, oh, she coming up the stairs. Look, soon as she get to the last stairs, I got my head down, but we make contact. In my mind, I know she know. I know she know because she looking at me. She like, and she smiled with like a smirk on her face. She went to the rail. She looked over the rail. She said, how long you been here? I said, 15, 20 minutes. She said, 15, 20 minutes, son. You sure you been here for a long time? I said, yeah, maybe like 15, 20 minutes. She was like, what you doing here? I'm like, shit, I lost my keys. She like, oh, you lost your keys. Oh, okay. So who you waiting for? I said, I'm waiting for my wife. And she said, why? I said, I just told you I lost my keys. She said, where you work at? I said, I work construction. But I don't know why she asked me where I work at. She's like, so then that you was out here, you ain't see nobody running past, you ain't hear nothing. You got sirens and everything going on. She been talking. I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, nah, I ain't see nothing. And she like, okay. All right, no problem. So she go back to the rail. She turned back around. She said, so why you here again? I said, I'm locked out of my house, lost my keys, waiting for my wife. And then when my wife come, I guess I'm gonna go in the house. I mean, that's kind of how it's gonna go. Right? She like, so what kind of work you do there? I said, I do construction. She like, oh, okay. So she was like, how long you been here? I said, shit, 15, 20 minutes. I said, why you keep asking me? Right. So she like, nah, because I'm just saying there's things going on. It's a lot of police sirens, a lot of people. You ain't see nobody running. I said, nah, I ain't see nothing. So I'm sitting there. So she turned back around, she looked. She like, all right. She go downstairs. I hear them talking. So I'm like, damn, I'm hit. She said, did y'all look up everywhere? You sure y'all look upstairs? You sure y'all went everywhere? So the dude, yeah. She said, you couldn't have. I said, why you say that? She said, you couldn't have. You did not go all the way up them stairs. I'm going to tell you why. She said, the guy who we was looking for, he's upstairs right now. So if you went upstairs, that means you would have seen him. And if you did go up there, where was he at when you went up there? If you say he wasn't up there. And dude, I guess they said whatever they said, right? She like, You didn't go upstairs. So she like, I'll be right back. She come upstairs. She get to like the top of the stairs. She like, come on. So I'm walking down there with her. Sad, because I know it's over.
And you know, it's like I'm still sitting on it. Even though you're sitting here, I know you got incarcerated. I'm listening to you like it's a movie, hoping you get away. I'm waiting for you to say, yeah, but this is what happened. Even though I know the end result was you went to prison, 20 years, all that stuff. But I'm literally listening to this story as if it's the first time, and I'm waiting for the getaway story. And even with that, and you said, but even with that, Josh, our videographer, he wants to know, with the movies, do they get it right? What do they get it wrong? What's going on in the movies? You have lived experience. We only know what's going on in the movies.
I'm gonna say this. In the movies, I think a lot of them is planned good, the way they do it in the movies, the way they show you scripted. The only thing I think that some of them go back maybe for the girl, like in Heat, you know, they I think Al Pacino or Val, one of them went back for the girl. And so when he went back for the girl, that's what got him killed. But it's way better in the movies.
Yes.
They got different things that they be used and all type of stuff. But, mine it wasn't necessarily like planned. It was planned, but it wasn't planned.
Yeah.
And I was just doing anything, to be honest.
Got you. Respect. All right. So you spent that amount of time. You said the 20 years in prison. Thank you so much. First of all, before we move forward, I just want to say thank you for sharing that very detailed timeline of what you had going on. Like I said, I was on the edge of my seat waiting for the next part. With all of that, now you're 4 years home?
2 years.
2 years home. What is it like? What is the shift? It's way slower. I just want to say thank you so much for coming. You said you came straight from work. And you sitting on my couch, so I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Respect. So what's the shift like? Different type of money, different type of lifestyle, moving slower. How is that on your mental?
Well, mentally, I'm gonna tell you, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to adjust for 20 years of doing repetition. Everything is close and personal. You have to follow rules. You have to go by certain, respect certain codes. You have certain programs you do. You got to you have to unprogram yourself, to be honest. Because the way we live in there compared to the way you live out here is totally different. Being out, from what I've seen, being out in society now, everything is like it's no rules. It's no structure. A lot of things is backwards. You got, the YNs, way more vicious.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, you got girls being guys, guys being girls. You don't have a lot of people that you can really trust. Everybody is like for themselves.
It's different for you.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of different things. It's a whole lot of things that's different. So
was it we in 2026? So you was 2000. I'm just trying to put myself back in when you first got incarcerated. 2004 is when you were first. So like you're catching up on phones, emojis, new social media platforms. Like you said, a lot of laws have passed, even with homosexuals getting married and things like that. So this is catch up for you. This is
everything.
How are you adjusting?
Well, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I'm going to say one day at a time. I don't really try to do more than I should be doing. I work with what I have, because I don't have a lot of things, but the opportunities that have been given to me, I make the best of it. I stay focused on it. I be reliable. I do the same as far as, I don't believe in letting people down. I don't want to let myself down. And I know where I came from. So I just take my time with everything. I don't rush. Just be patient.
Respect. All right, I'm going to tap into my addiction, right? So I'm a recovering alcoholic. When I first got sober, this last time, because it took me mad times to get sober, this last time, I got to say, all praises, the desire to drink was gone, like completely gone. Like to this day, I don't be like, I wish I could have a drink. But the first few times that I was trying to get sober, like this one time I remember having about 3 months sober.
Right.
But walking past the liquor store was not easy.
Right.
And our drug of choice, your thing is robbing banks. That's a legal thing to do. Right. Drinking liquor is legal, right? So a person who has a coke habit or something like, you're not gonna just typically walk past a person with coke, doing coke, right? But I could walk past a person coming out of a liquor store. I could walk past the liquor store. How is that? I mean, you did have 20 years to think about things, but still, like walking past a bank. Now you have to have a bank account for your job. You know, you have a legal job now. What is that feeling like?
To be honest, every time I walk in the bank, I get nervous myself because I'll be like, wow. Because like, I'm not gonna say that I want to do anything. I'm not suggesting it at all. But what I'm saying is that feeling of being free and have another opportunity after everything I just did, it still creeps in the back of my mind. Like, listen, I think you could do it. Yeah. So I have to talk to myself. I have to be my own therapist.
Okay.
And I just have to break things down to myself. Like, okay, you have a lot to lose. Like maybe you might get away one time, but now it's 2026. You have camera, face recognition everywhere.
Way different than when you was in the game back then.
And so the risk is not greater than the reward. So I constantly tell myself that, but I can't lie to you. Every time I go to the bank, like my thoughts be like,
thank you for that transparency.
Yeah, I have to give it to you. I don't know no other way to give it to you, but the right way.
Right, respect 100. Do you feel any guilt from when you?
No,
that's cool too. Respect. When did you? The reason I was asking about, did you feel any guilt? Because I remember you were saying like you wanted to do something, but you've seen the kids. You never really did anything to harm anybody. You know what I'm saying? Was there ever a time you thought that it was about to go left though, like that?
Yeah and no, but you got to understand this. Like, when you walk into a situation, you never know what's going to happen, for real. Something like that anyway. So being there, I was going to them situations, and in two particular times, well, it was quite a few times. There's a lot of things I just can't talk about.
Respect.
Right? But there's situations that I went and the kid was like, I'm like, ooh, this is sweet right here. But then that's a kid. You know, a lot of things can go wrong. You don't know what someone do for their own children.
Yeah.
Respect. And so you don't want to take no chance of turning a simple robbery into a homicide and a robbery. So, I wasn't, nah.
I want to tap into something that you said earlier too, when you was like, when you go in there, you be thinking like, man, I could hit this real quick. I could do this real fast, right? But in recovery, we say, play the tape, right? I know for me, if I pick up a drink, I lose everything.
Right.
I lose my job because I can't keep a job. When Danny, full functioning alcoholic, eventually I'm losing that job because I'm not too functioning after a while. Right. So play the tape. I know how the movie ends, right? And it ends with me ending up in a different state because I still don't know how. I know how I got to New York, but I never would have chosen to come here, right? Came out here on some junk shit, right? And came out here homeless, had to start over. I don't want to do that shit again. Right. I don't want to rebuild again. So for you, brother, when you're thinking about that, I hear you when you're saying it's not worth it. The risk is not greater than the reward. I like how you broke that down. And with that, with your mental, do you seek any help? Do you tap into any resources for yourself?
Somewhat, yeah. Yeah and no.
Okay.
I say yeah because, I do know a few people that put me in the right direction to some things, but it's kind of hard to say because I'm an extrovert and I'm an introvert at the same time.
Okay.
Like us having this conversation right now, right? Because prior to this, we talked about this. So my mind, okay, I'm gonna open up talk because I feel like I can do that with you.
Yeah, we spoke previously.
Your vibrations, I like everything I heard, and then when I see you, your vibration and you look the same as enormous. I like that.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, and then no, because like at times, like I don't really, I'm I'm in my own head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think nobody else can diagnose me better than I diagnose myself.
Okay. Okay. All right. The reason I even went there is because as a man, especially, and we say this on other episodes, as a Black man, but just as men in general, you guys don't seek help. You don't reach out.
Right.
And we let it be very well known. The strength is being able to ask for help.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it there, but I'm just saying, if you want to, we got resources,
Right.
and we take it from there. But I really think that you are doing what you need to do to stay mentally in a good space. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there's nothing harder than getting up and going to work every day, doing the right thing.
Right.
Respect to you. So tell me, brother, what does freedom look like? What does it mean to you? And what does it look like for you today? And in everything, not just from incarceration, right?
Okay. Freedom today, what freedom to me means being able to express yourself truthfully, who you are, what you've been through, your experiences in life, not having no restrictions, just everything is just open, and it's who you are with your whole everything you've been and your environment, everything you learned, every person you met in jail. It's just to make choices. I think so you might just want to say, well, I want to marry this girl today. Not really, but it's just a choice.
You got that choice, right? Yeah.
Opposed to, okay, also I'm a little bit older now. I'm a lot older now, because at that particular time I was 26, 27 when this was going on. So I was sharp for my age, but I didn't really think about a lot of things. I just reacted to everything. I just did everything. So that was a freedom, but opposed to now is making better choices.
Right.
Actually sitting and think about things that I want to do. Learn, I can express myself this way. I can work. I can do this. I can fight against my inner demons. Just have the power to make the right decisions, just be free without restraint.
I love it. I love that for you. I love that freedom that you have, both, from incarceration and freedom from your demons in your mind. And 20 years is a long time, but you still have a lot of life to live, man. And so with that being said, what are your next steps? What do you want? It's been 2 years out. What do they say? What's your 5-year goal plan?
So right now, I'm just working, and I'm trying to get myself stable, trying to hold my job down in permanent position, maybe move up to become a supervisor.
Come on.
But I also want to continue to talk, because I do work with kids. I do, but not with nobody, just on my own. I see kids, I talk to them, or like dudes that I know, their sisters, their brothers, different things like that, or kids in their community, different communities. I really I chop it up with them. The YNs, we chop it up. And like when I chop it up, I be raw.
Yeah.
Like the way I'm talking to you, I'm not raw, but I'm raw.
It's needed.
And
bro, don't sugarcoat shit. Because we don't now have another 20 years for a brother to give up.
Right.
And that's basically, that was my very next question. What does being a role model mean to you? And how does it make you feel being able to possibly save somebody from going down that path?
For me, it feels great. It feels excellent.
Come on.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to be so honest with you. I don't look at myself as a role model. I look at myself as just like, we all fam from different minority families, different melanated. We all melanated people. For blacks, for Dominicans, whatever, right? Culturally, we're different, but culturally we all the same. We come from one organism, and we all have power. And so, when I think about, I just like, I like to really touch them mentally, and I like to be real with them, and I like to take them really to where they at. I meet them where they at, and I like to show them it's a lot of people talk things, right? But they don't do they don't talk and walk at the same time.
Right.
So people listen to you more or less about what you say. They hear what you say, but they really pay attention to your moves and how you're moving. So you can't be telling the YN, yo, never do this, don't do this, don't do this. But yet, every time he see you, you do the same things you told him not to do. Right? So I try to lead by example.
Okay.
And when I talk to them, I come from the heart. Like, I come from the heart. And I make sure that they really understand me. So if you just say, they might not understand in school, wait, nah, you can't use that. If they selling drugs or whatever they're doing, I'm going to reach them through jokes like, okay, check this out. And I make it make sense.
That's fair. Yeah. Respect. Yeah. So, meet a person where they're
just being able to help and give back and stop them knowing that I'm doing the right thing. Because it ain't no blueprint to how you have a family or how you raise kids. Your parents, my parents, people was just coming up and they did the best they can do.
Respect.
With what they had. So I just try to give back. That's all.
I love it. There's no blueprint to being a parent. There's no blueprint to being a good friend.
Yeah.
There's no blueprint for the community that we're trying to build, but we're trying, right? And that's, I respect it. Today, with everything that you've been through, what keeps you grounded? What keeps you, not so much, we already know why you won't, possibly go back into the lifestyle, but what makes you okay today? Like, what do you tell yourself, I'm good where I'm at right now? Of course, we want to grow, but I'm good right here.
I know who I am now. I'm not afraid to be myself. Like, I feel like I'm somebody. I'm the next best thing after God. And I say that because
come on,
Allah, everybody that Allah created or God created, however you may call them, you have his spirit. So with his inner spirit, I think about like, dang, I don't got to impress nobody. I don't got to go rob nobody. I don't want to have everything. I just want to have what's for me. And so I'm not trying to go out my way to do nothing I shouldn't be doing. I'm not trying to live for nobody else. I'm cool with coming home and working my job and walking past dudes that I see doing their thing. That's what they doing. I got to do what I'm doing. Because when you're trying to live different lives or catch up to where you, it don't work out good for you. It usually don't. So I'm just happy, I'm just being myself. I like who I am. I feel good about going to work.
Come on, respect.
Every day. Every day.
Come on, clap.
Yeah, every day. Every day.
So tell me, like, recovery is different for everybody. Some people are recovering from addiction, homelessness, sexual trauma, things of that nature. What is recovery in your own words? What is it for you?
Recovery for me is just every day keeping in front of your mind your goals, your life, what you've been through, and slowly coaching yourself into recovery, into your process of thinking, knowing that, look, I can't do what I used to do, but each day I can get better. Each day, because it don't happen overnight.
Right.
So you have to continue to fight, continuously fight until you walk what what you believe in. Whatever you say you believe in, or whatever you feel that will help you in your recovery, you keep it in front of you and you just move along with that.
Respect. Very well said. We are where we're supposed to be. Even with our peers, they might be further ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we're where we supposed to be.
Right. I see you got that up there. You are exactly where you need to be.
Respect wine.
Yeah, I seen that. I liked that when I saw that.
Respect wine. You mentioned previously that you were addicted to money and power. How do you, when you see somebody who might be a little bit flashy, do you ever wonder how they even getting it though? Like, because for me, like, I know the steps to take to the career goals that I want to get. However, I do know that there's some people, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? So when you see somebody walking past that might be a little flashy, do you ever wonder what they got going on?
A little bit.
But not even so much in a jealous way.
Yeah, in a good way, motivational way. Like, now when I see people, like I'm glad you said that, because I've never really been jealous or when I see people doing it, because I got the same skill and the same gifts. It's just that I rushed a lot of things. And so now, if I see a dude and I see a successful dude, I'll be like, damn, I like that. Yeah. That inspires me.
Respect.
That inspires me to want to, to do better, to get better.
Right. That's all right. Respect. So what would you say, what was the change that started in you? Was it going to prison, or do you think that you changed more so when you got home? Like, did the experience of having to be in there start to be like, I need to change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And what was that thought process for you?
Okay. The change started once I got into the bed because I had 272 months. So when you in the feds and you get your time, right? And you get convicted, whatever happened, you take your sentence, they're going to say, United States of America versus Michael Drayton, such and such, Clyde. They're going to say a whole bunch of different things. And you get this time. They're going to give it to you a month. We want to give him 272 months to 319. And do you agree, Prosecutor DA, did you? Yeah, so once I accepted my responsibility, right then and there, right? It was like, damn, you know what? I'm in here for no reason. I'm crazy. Why did I do that? Like, why?
Right then.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what?
Right then.
We're gonna go down the road, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, but I just thought, like, you know what? I need to do better. Like, I cannot do this. Is a long time. I can see in the future, I'm gonna make it through this.
Right.
This is a long time for nothing. And that was just every day, just to myself, saying it and just being honest with myself.
Now, the people that were around you at the time, moms, family, were they showing up to court? Were they completely disappointed in you? Did people disown you? What was it like being received coming back home?
Okay, so then like, I had moved out of town with my girlfriend, right? So I just came home, and then I caught this situation. My family is in New York. All my other families are in other different places, so nobody's coming to court because they can't.
Yeah.
You know, and I did what I did.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now coming back home, right? Man, it's a blessing to come home because while I was in there, I experienced a lot of grown men crying. 1 month to the door, their mom passed. 2 months to the door, their mother, their father passed, or maybe an accident. A lot of people cry. I've seen a lot of people cry. I got to witness so many different things, and I thank Allah for that, or thank God for that, right? I came home with my mother, and my mother had 3 different tumor situations. She had 2 strokes at different times. My step-pops had a couple different strokes at different times. And they still here.
All praises.
So I came home, I was just so happy to see. I wasn't mad at nobody because I can't be mad at nobody. I done it to myself. So I just came home looking, to just restart anew.
Let's get back.
The whole time, my mother and my sister made sure I was straight.
Respect.
Yeah.
We be putting our families through it, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely.
All right, we're just about done. I literally could talk to you all day. Like I said, I've been on the edge of my seat. It's like a movie listening in because we only get to live vicariously through the movies. Here you are. Lived experience, right? And you're not the first bank robber. You ain't gonna be the last bank robber. But listen to what my man said. Technology is a changing every day. This ain't 2004, 2006. Your ass gonna get caught. So that's, you know what I mean? But can you tell me, when you first came home, were there your old people that you used to move around with? Where were they at? Were they there for you? Did they want you to come back into the old life? Were they proud that you decided to change? Like people, places, and things.
Right. Well, being that, okay, so when I got released, right, I switched my address to go back to New York, to come back home. So halfway house first, of course. I get out the halfway house. A lot of my peers are, if they're not dead, they moved out of town. Some people I haven't seen. My family, everybody split it out. So it was just, coming back, everything was anew to me. And it's just, my whole mindset was like, I seen a few people And they was just like, man, whatever you do, man, just, man, take your time. Like, they was giving me, good advice. Like, take your time, do this, do that,
Respect. I don't, it's not a blessing, life lost. Maybe them moving away. What I'm trying to get at is it was probably good for you to come to nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. But to not have to deal with those pressures, I love that for you, getting back into the swing of things.
Right.
We are going to wrap up soon because, again, I'll just keep on. I'm not even looking at my flashcards at this point. Some of the questions but this is just so good, right? For the person listening in, there's a couple young cats that's tuning in, flashy, need the money, need the girls, need the lifestyle. And not just men. Women are addicted to money too. Got a lot of schemers and fraudulent things of that nature. What are we saying to feed that addiction to money? And very soon I want to have an individual who struggles. He struggles with a gambling addiction, which is kind of different than like addiction to money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the person who's actually just specifically addicted to money and even status, what are we saying to them?
Well, I can say this. They need to control their addiction. And they need to recognize that they have an addiction. Because some people don't even recognize they have an addiction. And if they don't recognize they have an addiction, it's going to be hard for them to get away from that. Because money will make you do some wild stuff. And I don't prescribe nobody to be addicted to money. I don't prescribe that. And if you prepare for that, then there's many sides, many ways that can go. But you really have to recognize that you're addicted first. So,
and what would you say some of your early signs that you were chasing money?
Man, I dropped out of school, went back to school, stay out all night, smoked weed all the time. Man, everybody I dealt with was wild. And I say wild because, man, we didn't do nothing. We wasn't doing none of that positive stuff.
Okay.
Everybody I hung up with was wild.
Respect. I thank you so much, Clyde, for coming straight off of work with the white clothes on, pulling up to the stool just to share your story for a person listening in, because it's definitely needed. Everybody's recovering from something, and brother, we need. Well, I don't want to say we need money, but money make the world go round.
Right. Of course.
And that's just like a person who's struggling with a food addiction. How do you tap into something you have to be around every day that you that you need, essentially, right? So again, Clap, I thank you so much for coming on the show, sharing your story.
No problem. Thank you.
We're gonna have a little segment where it's like, where are they now, right? I'm early in my sobriety, you're early in your recovery. So maybe in the next year or two, we see where you at, see how you doing.
No problem. Right? You want me to come out? I'll come out, show up.
Come on.
No problem.
Respect 100.
No problem. Thank you anyway. I very appreciate that.
I appreciate you more. You doing me a favor. You helping us out. Well, you helping the community. We're a community. And like we said, people need people. And we just trying to make it work. You know what I'm saying? So anybody tuning in, we appreciate you. Again, I'm going to throw that number out there. I'm going to get some more resources. But the main one that always, the go-to, 988. Whatever you struggling with, tap into 988, addiction, mental health, all the stuff we're talking about is typically going back to a mental health issue anyway. So tap in, get the help that you need, all right? And we will see you next time here on Raw Recovery. Peace.
Peace out.